So, we are back. You saw last episode and the episode before that, before you've seen this one, but this is the actual one after the break. I've gone ahead and took the Chelsea kit off, not the Chelsea kit off, the Grimsby kit off, put the Chelsea one back on, and I am absolutely buzzing for today. We've got a second round of the League Cup semi-final, we've got a deadline day, we've got the league to keep striving in as welcome back, people, to episode number 9 of season number 1. Almost went for 2 there, of this Chelsea career mode here on FIFA 22. I think it is going to be a one-season one. I cannot lie at all. It is not long until FIFA 23 comes out. Not long at all. It comes out on the birthday, 27th of September. Most years as well, it comes out on that day, which is a very nice feeling. But yeah, we're only going to get one season out of this, so we're going to go full throttle at every competition. We've got how much to spend? We've got 37 million to spend. We want to be winning a trophy, and we're definitely going to try and spend that. As if you are enjoying this final FIFA 22 series, don't forget to hit thumbs up down below. If you haven't caught up on it, make sure you watch the previous videos and subscribe to the channel if you're new around here. It's only going to be a little save. Buckle in for the ending of it, and of course the start of bigger and better things, FIFA 23, as we're going to simulate one day straight onto Arsenal. Absolutely buzzing to get underway right here, as I've already got the team built. I'm pretty sure there's no changes to go to this. I am looking at changing Maddison right there for Havertz, Aspilicueta. I'll change him for Max Kilman. I want Aspie to go out with a bang, as I want all of them to go out with a bang. In fact, not go out at all. Stay in for the final. This is going to be a played game, and I'll show you the calendar after this. Let's switch it up, as Mendy's in net, James, Koulibaly, Silva, Zakaria and Chilwell, with Kante, Conor Gallagher getting the nod, and Mason Mount, with Aubameyang and Iñaki Williams up front over Raheem Sterling. So it is still changed up for the Cup. Definitely strong enough, definitely fit enough, as after this we have Brighton, Arsenal again, which to be fair I might simulate, Crystal Palace and RB Leipzig away from home in the first of the knockout games in the Champions League, as signings not to be made yet, as we're going to go into Arsenal away. And there is the run. It is Manchester United and Liverpool who we may face in the final, but of course we've got to come from behind. We are in a deficit to Arsenal by 1 goal. It was 3-2 the first leg. That was a simulated one. So it is all to play for. A monumentous occasion as Aaron Ramsdale in goal, Tomiyasu, White, Gabriel, Tierney, Saka, Kramaric starts. They're going very attacking. Where is Kramaric playing? In the midfield with Xhaka, Smith Rowe on the left, Martin Ødegaard through the middle, with Ben Yedder captain up front. And it's actually number 13 for the captain striker. Unlucky for some, but obviously not unlucky in the first leg here. We beat them in the league at the Emirates. Still got to play them at home today as well, as Chilwell cutting inside. And Iñaki, that's a terrible challenge. Horrific from Xhaka, and he gets the marching orders he usually does get. He always gets suspended. There was a whole thing about it on the Arsenal documentary. Good watch if you want to watch that one. But you don't really need to find out that he is a loose cannon, and he's gone straight through the back of Iñaki Williams. 5 minutes into this second leg here at the Emirates in the London derby, and he has got himself sent off. It is Aubameyang standing over this. I thought Mason Mount were better, and he is, as this is a huge chance from the off here to take the lead away from home. We've got to get this right with Mason Mount. Little bit of curl, the number 19 over the wall, off the post, and Kante's offside, I think. Or he's not. He counts. I thought it was miles offside, but N'Golo Kante instantly level. I was wrong about it being 3-2. It's actually 2-2. And what a finish that is. Off the post. Brilliant free kick, must I add. But then he's just there to tap it home. Kante, open goal. Now it's all square. What a start in this game as Aubameyang. He's only got Ramsdale to beat. Aubameyang's beaten Ramsdale. I'm sorry, but what a start to a derby in the second leg of the Knockout League Cup. It is just amazing. Aubameyang, the ex-player, on the score sheet. 2-0. They've got a man sent off, and it's not even 10 minutes on the clock, and it's a mistake from Gabriel. Aubameyang took it round Aaron Ramsdale, and put it in on the angle. 2-0 Chelsea. Mikel Arteta has a huge problem on his hands, as here is Bukayo Saka trying to get a run down this wing. Just got to stand him up as Denis Zakaria does, and it's a beautiful tackle on Tomiyasu. Straight onto Iñaki. Aubameyang's making a run in behind. He's just got to try and beat Gabriel. He's at the side of him. He's still got a run on as Aubameyang, the ex-player, and oh, Ramsdale, good save. We are running riot here at the Emirates dance floor as we're going to pass this. It finds Iñaki, flick on, it's space for Thiago Silva, who should have made it 3, as we still do keep the ball. Aubameyang onto the edge. Kante for a second. Straight to Ramsdale, but honestly, what a start. What a start as Gallagher got a little touch on that one, and we'll pass it back to the goalkeeper, Mendy. Straight back into Conor Gallagher. Now onto Reece James, who steps inside. Gallagher again with it onto Mason Mount. Mason Mount will keep on running. That's just passed through the middle, and Iñaki tries to get Aubameyang round the back. He's beaten Gabriel to it, and Aaron Ramsdale, even though they're 2-0 down, is by far their best player. That should have been another goal for us, but what a save that close in from the ex-teammate as Mason Mount will cross this into the box. It's a man almost underneath it. Gabriel's having a shocking game, but he won that one. As they're going to try and get away, Ben Yedder with Chilwell to beat, and he's beaten Ben Chilwell. It's Ben Yedder! And Arsenal with a chance to level it up. The 10 men not giving in fully. Only half an hour gone, but honestly, this game feels absolutely rapid as they'll cross it in again. Gabriel's free! And he's put it wide. Almost half time here as Reece James beats Kieran Tierney to the ball. Tierney actually gets it back though. Good from the Scotsman as he turns, but there's the whistle. Reece James, I don't know why you're apologising. That was a simply sensational start to the game. And 2-0 up away from home. Bukayo Saka with the ball right here onto Martin Ødegaard. Over the top at the start of this second half, and Smith Rowe's got there. Into Ben Yedder in the middle. Thiago Silva with the block. Mendy was sent, but he gets up in time to receive that one. A chance early on for Arsenal to start this second half. As Iñaki Williams trying to really turn out here. He's going to get the pass into Conor Gallagher. Man on his back, but he's going to keep on running. Back into Aubameyang. Miles offside Chilwell. As he does eventually get this ball coming onside, and he can try and cross this one into the danger zone. Conor Gallagher! Off the crossbar! What a chance for him as they finally come to the senses. Put Thomas Partey in the midfield instead of Kramaric in the midfield. As we've gone ahead and swapped Mason Mount out for James Maddison. As Thiago Silva straight onto N'Golo Kante. Through the middle. We'll just go steady with this passing as Reece James is making a good run in behind here. And he's actually going to get on the end of this ball. Reece James closing in on Arsenal's goal. It's a heavy touch. Still got it over to Iñaki, who's put it in at the far post. 3-0 away from home. And that surely is us one big leap into the final. It's not confirmed yet, no. But that is brilliant from our right wing back. And we do hold a steady lead here at the Emirates. We've been sensational, and that is really good from Reece James. Goes to the byline and finds the striker at the other post. Ramsdale couldn't get across in time. 3-0. Phenomenal as James Maddison straight through onto Aubameyang. Aubameyang's going to just spread that wide into Reece James, and we'll get going again, shall we? Reece James steady with this ball. He finds Kante through a good gap, and now it's on to Chilwell again. Just keep this ball, Aubameyang. We might even be able to make more changes soon as Reece James has made a beautiful run just over Iñaki. Aubameyang heads it down back into Reece James. And Ramsdale with a save. Made a strong change right now was Koulibaly. Finds N'Golo Kante with this ball. We've gone ahead and put Raheem Sterling on as Reece James. Needs to get it through that gap. Unfortunately can't. Reece James back on it. And Iñaki. That's a pass into James Maddison to join in the fun. As he does. It is 4-0 against the 10 men of Arsenal. And this is silly for them. Honestly, humiliating for the Gunners. It's just a pass inside. And an easy finish into that side netting. Really, really well in. As Iñaki Williams on the ball still. We want 5 is probably the cry from the Chelsea fans at this point. As Reece James is going to try and make that happen. In towards Raheem and Tomiyasu with the touch away. We've got Harvey Vale on the bench who we can put on, in fact. As Thiago Silva tried to win that. We almost got the seconds as well as Kante heads that down into Gallagher. They were actually in the lead from the first leg. Can you believe it? As Zakaria, he's going to run it to the byline a bit as well, but not a great ball. I'm going to keep on going. Got to keep on going. No letting up in this game. As there's 2 added minutes. And Iñaki Williams finding Reece James, who can just run at Tierney. Apart from like one move, I think he's had Tierney all game. Sterling into Kante. Whistle goes. Don't mind it. 4-0 away at the Emirates. I mean, yes, they had one less player, but that is simply sensational. Into the final of the Cup. What more can you ask for? Perfect display. The team will be facing in the final by the skin of their teeth. Liverpool. Of course it is. The team we failed to beat this season. That's going to be a very interesting one. Of course, sit top of the table. Very pretty right there. As Aspilicueta, what's he saying? I'm devastated, boss. All I want to do is get things out in the open. I want to help the team and help you. Took the armband off you. That hurts. Don't jump to conclusions. As we're going to keep on simming on. And we've got deadline day. We've got a bit of money. There's one player I have in mind that I definitely want to sign. He's not a world beater, but I do think he adds a bit, again, depth, but definitely could push for a first team slot if he's good enough. Definitely a bench slot. As we're going to simulate that and see if we lose anyone important. Because if we do, we can go out there and hopefully get a big replacement at this point in the window. But I'm not going to force it. As you can see, the hours tick on and not much going through. A little bit of business at Everton. I say a little bit. 75 million in January isn't little. As Watford are wanting to sign Jorginho. You know what? You know what? They're a championship side. But I don't think Jorginho's in my plans at all. This is very difficult because I'm actually opening to selling Jorginho right now. I know I've only got half of the save left this season. I'm going to try and get 50 million out, squeeze it. I don't know where I'd spend it, but if that goes through, I will let him go to the Championship, you know. I definitely will. As Crystal Palace, I think that's more acceptable, as Watford offering a lot of money though, 53. I'm going to accept Palace as well, even though that is lower. I just kind of want him out of the club. No disrespect to Jorginho at all. He's had Man City, Bayern and PSG at his door, but I'm accepting offers from Palace and Watford. As attention from another club for another player, I just want it to go through because I want to get another one signed, and I've probably got to sign him right now as Jorginho has picked Crystal Palace. It's broken down with Watford. Okay, a little bit less money, but I don't think I'm going to be in a rush to spend that money. I'm actually going to spend it on the player I had in mind. He doesn't cost 78 million. He's a lot cheaper than that. Jorginho has departed the club. Have we got space in terms of midfielders? 1, 2... We've got Maddison, Hall, Kovacic, Havertz, Loftus-Cheek who can fit in. We've got a lot of central midfielders. No offence to Jorginho, but I don't think he was fitting in there at all. The player I do want to sign, however, is this man. Daniel Pedence from Wolves. Operation... what's his name? What's his actually... Diogo Jota. How did I forget his name? Operation him. People like Pedro Neto... But with that formation, I don't think he fits in. I'm not taking age into account because, of course, we've not got long to go. He's skillful. Yes, he's injury prone. He's fast. He's small. He's a striker who I think can do the business. Got an in-game face. Definitely look forward to using this Portuguese as we're going to try and offer... I'll offer 20 million. It's late in the window. They don't really have time for a replacement. But Bruno Lage says yes. He isn't a panic buy. I've had my eye on this guy for a little while now, as I just hope we can get this through the door. He's going to want a bit of a wage rotational. Yes, I'm glad he's accepted that. 2 years on the contract. I do see him as a squadish player. I know he's not the most interesting signing. The final signing we will ever make in FIFA 22. As we're going to add a signing on bonus. 80k I think is reasonable. And he does as well. Welcome Daniel Pedence. Final signing of the save. As I'm thinking he's going to be a bit of a Hazard kind of player. Good dribbling, good pace. Of course, is only a bench one for now. And a friend of Max Kilman. As are we going to get any offers in? We've literally stole 2 players from Wolves. As Mason Mount, absolutely no way he's going to Porto. He will not be departing the club. He'll be finishing his career at Chelsea if it was down to me. But of course, we've only got half a season left. 1 season in charge since Tuchel left. As did we get any bids in? Nope. Just scout reports, just so we don't upset the board, because I see his rating arrow going down. I think I'm going to promote maybe two players actually. We'll promote Teddy Wallace, who looks like a decent striker. Well, Charlton's lacking a bit on the potential side of things. We'll just leave him for now, and as you can see, I haven't put any drills on these youth players, because to be fair, I don't think I'll be using any. Unfortunately, it won't be a long save, as Teddy Wallace saying he appreciates it. Nice to see that from a youth player. There's tournament prize money coming in. We've got 3 pages of reserves, which I think is absolutely perfect. What you should have as a big club, as Brighton. I don't even see Arsenal in the top 6. I wonder where they are, because of course I'm going to play them again today. But I'm actually thinking about simulating them, as they are down in 9th, and Brighton are, well, below them by 2, but a lot of points below them, as the other team we play today is Crystal Palace in 16th, so I don't know. I think maybe Arsenal is a good shout to play, but then again, Brighton, away from home. I think I might go for Brighton, you know, because then we can play the Champions League game, as we're going very, very, very strong for this lineup. You can see the bench is rotated. Maddison, Aspilicueta and Cucurella are all stepping out, as the team is, I think, Kovacic changed and Sterling. Gallagher wanted to play, but he's only on the bench. He will come on, I'm pretty sure. Zakaria starting in the back 3. Got Podence on the bench, hoping to make his debut, and Havertz as well. Very strong outfit for the Seagulls. And Brighton's team is Sanchez in the goal, Lamptey, Veltman, Dunk, Webster and Solly March, with Jacob Moder, Hector and Mwepu, with Neil Maupay still there, of course scored a brilliant goal for Everton the other day, and Ferreira up top. As Ferreira onto Neil Maupay and onto Tyreek Lamptey, of course, an ex-player. Brilliant. I don't know why Chelsea let him go. Same with Livramento of Southampton, as that's a back heel. Kovacic reading that one. Zakaria onto Mason Mount. I don't know where Kante is running from, as Mason Mount trying to get forward. Big, strong defence that we're not really going to be able to chip over the top of. As in fact, it looks like N'Golo Kante might be injured. He is. It's only a plaster, but I might as well take him off if he's not doing too good. So Gallagher will come on straight away. But without that defensive midfielder, because of course we got rid of Jorginho and we get Kante injured, it's going to ruin a structure a little bit. I do like a defensive one and an attacking, but we've got 2 forward-minded ones on, which I don't really mind, but I'd rather have the structure that I've gone for as Sterling. I think Chilwell was miles offside. Disruption to the plans already, as here is Aubameyang. He's going to look out wide for Ben Chilwell, touches it down very well. Straight onto Raheem Sterling. Running through the middle a little bit. Sterling from range. Straight to Sanchez. Might as well test that look as Tyreek Lamptey trying to run around Kovacic, who's dropped back. It's in towards Ferreira. Zakaria using that strength. Surprised he didn't go down, did Ferreira. As Chilwell gets it through the middle onto Mason Mount. One more onto Kovacic. We've got a man running down this wing. And we'll squeeze it straight through onto Reece James. Need a good delivery. It's not bad. Aubameyang not really running. And Reece James with the ball here. Into Kovacic. Back into Denis Zakaria. Now Thiago Silva goes across. Into Conor Gallagher again. Sterling. Sterling will chip it over the top into Reece James. Reece James into Kovacic. Sterling. Now on to Mason Mount, as Mason Mount's going to put it out wide into Chilwell. Chilwell running down this wing, goes across net. Not great. Unfortunate with that chance, as Chilwell on the ball here. And that's over the top. Kovacic with that head on. Good flick. James cuts inside. Kovacic now with it. Kovacic around the side into Sterling. Look at the run of Reece James here. Reece James cuts inside, goes for the shot at the near post. And Reece James lights it up before half-time, or actually quietens it down. The Amex stunned that that's actually gone in. And to be fair, I am a little bit. Didn't look like it was, but it's 1-0 Chelsea. Brilliant firing, as look at that. Sterling with the pass through, cuts inside on the left foot. Sanchez has been saving a lot this game, but didn't save that one. And to be fair, maybe Aubameyang's impeding a little bit. Maybe that's why. He took his hand a little bit away. Not complaining too much. 1-0 up. And a brilliant goal to get just before half-time. Hard to beat Brighton so far, but we're beating him at the break, courtesy of our wing-back. Gallagher through the middle onto Kovacic. Let's get going in this second half, as I can't believe Jorginho to Palace. It's a weird one, I know. There's Aubameyang waiting there with the ball hitting Dunk's forehead, as I can't believe we've got to play them as well today, Jorginho's team. Won't, of course, be playing them. We'll be simulating, but you know what I mean. As Maupay onto Moder. Into Mwepu, as that's not a good pass through, and it's straight into Reece James. Kovacic to run this forward into Mason Mount, who cuts inside. Aubameyang round to Mason Mount again, who's got a bit of space to go through. Good save, Sanchez. As it's almost an hour on the clock. I'm looking at Podence time soon, as Mason Mount looking for Sterling. Not the greatest of options to go for, but Got to switch it up as Koulibaly over the top, almost as Maupay. Onto Nian right here. Koulibaly's tried to put a tackle in, and Mendy. What is that? There's no advantage in that. There's no free kick, no penalty, no card. That was a lapse in concentration from us at the back, and Brighton almost made us pay as Reece James trying to run away from him a little bit. Aubameyang lays it down the line into Reece James. Looking for Sterling, but hasn't gone through. But what a weird moment. I decided after that little move, it is time for Daniel Podence to come on. He's going to go in attacking midfield for Mount. And Iñaki Williams is going to go up front as well, as Reece James cuts inside of his man a little bit to keep hold of this ball. Into Kovacic, waiting on the edge. Kovacic, not bad. Still not in the back of the net, however, as now we've made all the subs. I forgot about the early Gallagher change as Mount into Sterling before he comes off the field. Onto Aubameyang, round the corner. Reece James, the goal scorer, and game winner as it stands into Kovacic. Aubameyang will keep hold of this ball if we can. Now backheel to Chilwell. Rongier handled as Koulibaly. That's from that little move beforehand. He's finally gone into the book for it. As a free kick here. I might go edges. I see the man waiting for it in Chilwell. Takes a touch and puts it over. Not long to go now as Podence picking up the ball when he needed to. Onto Iñaki. Substitutes can link up here. Podence on it again. Seems like a little pocket rocket kind of player. Looks like he could just inject life into this game. But of course, not long to do it in. As I'd take the 1-0 win. It's been a scruffy one, but just a necessity one here to keep on going with the top two as Solly March. Good control, spins around us into Mwepu. Tried to put it over the top of Koulibaly, and it's deemed as handball. Maybe that should be a red in real life. Or it's a bit further out, in fact. And it's Lewis Dunk, the captain, over this one. Dinking it in. Zakaria away. Whistle should go any moment. Podence to pick up on it, but he hasn't got time to run. It's one of those days where you've just got to grind it out. Away from home in Brighton. Long trip. Well, not actually long for Chelsea. Long if I was to go. But we've done it. We've done it at the Amex. The 1-0 scrapers do feel the best. Nicely done, as I've literally just clicked A, or X, on the PlayStation controller. Still Xbox terms in my head. And it's took us straight onto Arsenal. There was not much rest at all, as we've got to change this team up. I'll come to the right decision. Great performance, Gallagher, when he came on as Kante. Only out for 5 days. Okay. As for the Arsenal game, which will be simulated, we've got even stronger. Well, no, we haven't gotten stronger on paper. Kante's missing, but we've dropped Mount back, should I say, and put Havertz in Cam. I tried to combine both together there. As Sterling's up front still with Aubameyang. We've got tiredness in some of us players, but I'm still going to trust them to do the job because it isn't a long rest. We play against 9th place Arsenal. We are second now. We've gone above Spurs. Still 11 points off league toppers Liverpool. As what's the result going to be here against Arsenal? We've lost 1-0. João Moutinho with the goal. They've got revenge for the 4-0er, and they've deserved it at Stamford Bridge. Could drop back down to 3rd. The Premier League is really running away from us, which can't really be helped, can it? As it looked like it might have been a free kick as well. Max Kilman got carded just before it. Not great from him. Kai Havertz, good job you're back in the team, but not a good result. As Spurs do jump 3 points above us right now, and Man City 3 points behind us. Want to stay in that top 4 at least, and we do want a trophy. We've got a final to come, and we've got the Champions League coming very, very soon, as we'll simulate Palace, of course, before that. Danish international duty, no thanks. As I've gone ahead and changed it up a little bit with the Champions League in mind. We've got Aspi in, Kukureya, Kante comes straight back in, Havertz instead of Mount, and Iñaki instead of Aubameyang. Yes, taking the top scorer out because of the Champions League. As we're away from home, can we still get the result? A 1-1. What is going on in the simulations? Odsonne Edouard, and it's a good job I kept Kai Havertz in it either side of half-time, but that's not good. They even managed to take Wilfried Zaha off, which is a bit embarrassing in my eyes as well. So Champions League game before the Cup final, which is absolutely brilliant. Before the FA Cup, Southampton, it seemed like we had at home. I think it was at home. I'm not going to double check. I'm going to focus on being away here to Timo Werner's old team. Or, not old, well, yeah, old team and new team. He's gone back to him, of course. Got to make rotations with the Cup in mind as well. So it's going to be difficult away. I mean, very difficult to pick a team. Very difficult. I'm thinking about Podence in the lineup, but maybe not. Maybe not. And Yakino will keep out as Azpilicueta stays in. Thiago Silva is in fact dropping out. He's going down a lot at the moment. Azpilicueta, Koulibaly in the middle, and Zakaria. It's a very strong team. It's the Champions League team. Not going to walk you through it. Away from home against Leipzig, I'm thinking about rotating massively, but also, of course, thinking about getting the result. We've won all 2 of us in-game games today. Let's make it 3 in this important one. And Leipzig have got the big tifo out as their team is Peter Galashki in goal, Mohamed Simakan, Angelino and Werner, the bench. Skamaka's there, Poulsen and Kuku's on the bench, as the defence is Klosterman and Gvardiol as well. Puertas, Olmo, Campbell, Angelino, Tadic, Timo and Andre Silva. 3 at the back. And of course are the team that Rangers did manage to overcome in the Europa League semi-finals in 2 legs. So hopefully we can do it. Timo Werner gets the ball straight away as they've made a tackle. Joško Gvardiol linked to Chelsea IRL of course as Kevin Campbell trying to put a ball through. Khalid Koulibaly with the read. Kovacic across. Mason Mount. Look at the space that Sterling has here. He's going to leave it on to Aubameyang, who's had a full rest for this game. He should be ready for it as he pulls it back into Sterling. Quick turn. Got his shot off. Kante looking to put it in, but Gvardiol with the block. And what we don't want to happen to us here, even though we've took Thiago Silva out, we've still got an oldish defence with Aspi and Koulibaly. We don't want to look to get broken on because they've got pace as it's through to Timo. Brilliant save. Chilwell gets it away. Big chance for Leipzig as Andre Silva on the turn. And Mendy with the claw away. Okay, big chances for either side so far, but they're the ones getting a corner to go with it as they've whipped it in. And Werner over the top. And Timo Werner with the ball right here as he tries to put it over the top. Reece James with the touchdown into Azpilicueta. Kovacic trying to run away and does fully turn his man. Brilliant from the Croatian as he's going to get it into Raheem Sterling now. He's got plenty of space to try and get into. He's got the pace as well as he's going to cut inside of his man and go bottom corner. Galashki with the save off the post again from I think it was Mason Mount. How is your luck? Very, very unlucky as Raheem Sterling. That's a good ball through the back as well. Ben Chilwell looking for Aubameyang. And that's the goal that we needed. Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang puts us 1-0 up in the country he used to play in. Gets a goal against the German outfit. The beast. Fantastic header past Peter Galashki. Just what we needed. At the back post. Bang. Beautiful. Absolutely. As Mason Mount to run away with the ball right here. He gives it on to N'Golo Kante. Kovacic passes it out wide into Azpilicueta to try and run at them a little bit. And we've got Aubameyang at the side of us slightly. Azpilicueta's going to keep on running and put a ball in towards Aubameyang. Even shocked me, managed to get the head on that. Unlucky as Azpilicueta through that middle. Aubameyang with the pass on right there. The turn, it's a good one. Reece James holding it up for N'Golo Kante to go for the spectacular. And Joško Gvardiol linked to Chelsea in real life and showing why. He's been brilliant so far as they've not been too bad as well. It's not one-sided. They're still in it as Azpilicueta. Good tackle, but can't prevent the corner. As Leipzig with a chance to whip it in. Come on, we've got to defend this. Dusan Tadic. Is it Dusan Tadic? I don't think it is, actually. Tadic, anyway, gets it away, and Dani Olmo handles it. As Andre Silva onto Timo Werner as well. Timo Werner to run at us. Over the top. Koulibaly heads it down into Mendy's path as Mendy to throw it straight out as well. Into Reece James. Kovacic. Aubameyang. Aubameyang's got Sterling in front of him. Good touch away. He's going to keep on going. It's Pierre-Emerick Aubameyang. Brilliant save from Peter Galashki. Brilliant save as we'll whip this in straight afterwards. Sterling looking for Zakaria over the top. And that's the half-time whistle. We have started to dominate, you know. 1-0. We actually do lead for the domination, so it makes sense. But I still always look for more. As Chilwell gets the ball through onto Kante. Sterling. Raheem Sterling to get a run on right here at goal. And Galashki, man, he is actually turning out to be a very good goalkeeper today. I mean, he always is. What am I talking about? But he's been absolutely phenomenal at saving us. Or saving them. Still got it wrong as here is Kovacic near the edge. Tries to turn away. Does, but gets tackled. Probably an easier save than most, but still a save as Kovacic Down that line for Aubameyang to run onto right here. Here he is. He's got a man across of him in Raheem Sterling. It lets it bounce off him. It's all over the place and it's resulted in a penalty. Lucas Klosterman's handled it after his goalkeeper. We made the mistake of not swinging a foot at it. But they've made an even bigger one by handling it before it even got to Galashki. Poor from the defender as Aubameyang needs to just blast this home. Bottom left corner. And he does! Brilliant brace. 2-0 in Germany. I think that does mark a time for change in the lineup. Saving for the cup final. As we've definitely done well enough here in Germany. And I've gone for a bit of a weird change, but one I've had to go for. Our new number 10, Daniel Podence, makes his Champions League debut. Literally a little bit after making his Premier League one for Chelsea, as here he is running at them. He's got brilliant pace. It's going to be him and Sterling up front, as that wasn't a good move. We've took Aubameyang off, saving him for the cup final. And we've took Reece James off for Loftus-Cheek. Give him a bit of Champions League time because he's definitely earned it. And although Reece James been's brilliant today, it's not really fair on him to drop out altogether, Loftus-Cheek, as Chilwell running at them. Dinks it into Kai Havertz, another player to come on, and Sterling at the back post for 3. Made the rotations, and still domination. And you know what? We might actually go through today in-game without conceding a goal. A brilliant statistic. As Sterling ups his with another goal. At the back post to tap it home, and I'm fully ready for this cup final. A big tester against the league's best team in Liverpool as Loftus-Cheek. Can we make it 4? A brilliant ball! Galashki with a good save. Podence to pick up on this. Daniel Podence. Almost called him Danilo then, I don't know why. With the ball. Not a great pass in. Straight to Angelino, but he's got to step up in quality, and he knows that. He's still got time as well as Sterling to turn out. That's a brilliant ball. On to Kante, Podence over the top. Here he is running at the defence. Podence at the defence. That rhymes, and I'm going to just use that all the time as it's a corner off Klosterman. Not a good day at the office for that defender as we're going to whip it in. Mason Mount looking for Kai Havertz. Just bounces away. Paulson back on now. Koulibaly. Not a good tackle. He's up on his feet though. I thought he would have got injured, the big Senegalese, as now Angelino. Across to Haidara. Now across to Klosterman. Aspilicueta staying up. Almost getting at Danny Olmo. Goes straight into Kai Havertz. Another player native, of course, of the team we're playing. Of course, came in with Timo Werner as Danny Olmo here with the ball. Across the middle of the park. They're looking for one. Haidara. The whistle is blown, though. And it's a 3-0 win against Leipzig. What a performance. What a team. What an in-game episode. What a day. As the next episode as well, you can see the results there. Liverpool starts off with. Then we've got Southampton in the Cup, Notts Forest, Newcastle, the richest club on earth, and Leipzig. What a day it's going to be. What a day as the board, no, it's not the board, it's Raheem Sterling saying he is happy with his football. Hope he's happy, because I don't know my team actually for this cup final. Got a day to decide though, as thank you guys for watching this episode. Unfortunately, this is going to bring us to an end. Don't forget to like, comment, share, and subscribe with the notification bell on down below as well, if you don't want to miss the end of this series, and of course, the start of FIFA 23. Can you guess the team that we're going to be using? I've got 2 in mind, and I'm going to put it up to a vote very, very soon, so your options will be coming out. Take note on that. Make sure you connect with the community tab, and check it to see them coming out as soon as they do. And thank you all for watching this one anyway. Take care, in a bit, and peace.